Satan's great deception. Sunday worship will lead to eternal loss. What if one of the greatest deceptions ever told to humanity was not from a government, a dictator, or even a false prophet, but from within the church? Satan's most effective deception is not found in violence or persecution. It's hidden in a lie so subtle that most believers don't even question it. That lie is the idea that Sunday worship replaces the seventh-day Sabbath. Let's be clear, the Bible never changed God's holy day. Genesis 2:2-3 says, God rested on the seventh day, blessed it, and sanctified it. That's the origin of the Sabbath, established at creation. Long before there were Jews, long before the Ten Commandments were engraved in stone, the Sabbath was a gift for all humanity. In Exodus 20:8-11, the fourth commandment tells us to remember the Sabbath day, not forget it. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. That's Saturday, not Sunday. God never blessed the first day of the week. He never called it holy. He never told anyone to keep it. So where did Sunday worship come from? It came through Satan's deception, working through a system that would dare to think to change times and laws. That's Daniel 7:25. This prophecy points to a power that would rise after the apostles, and history confirms it. The Roman Church changed the day of worship, and the world followed. Even Catholic authorities admit this. Nowhere in the Bible is Sunday made holy. It was the Catholic Church that transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. This isn't hidden. It's published. It's public. But pastors rarely mention it. Why? Because Satan has convinced the world that tradition is greater than truth. He's packaged Sunday worship as Christian, even holy, but behind the wrapping is rebellion. Mark 7:7-9, Jesus warned, "In vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men." Replacing God's law with man-made tradition is vain worship. That's serious. That's eternal. Now let's be even bolder. Revelation 14:9-12 gives a dire warning. It says, "Whoever receives the mark of the beast will drink the wrath of God." This isn't about a computer chip or barcode. This is about worship, who you obey, who you serve, and what law you follow. Sunday, as a man-made substitute for God's holy day, will become the line in the sand. God's people are described as those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Revelation 14:12. That includes the seventh-day Sabbath, not 9 commandments, all 10. So here's the challenge to every skeptic and non-believer. Prove from the Bible that God changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. Show one verse where Jesus commanded Sunday worship. Demonstrate anywhere in Scripture that Sunday is sanctified or called the Lord's Day. You can't, because the Bible stands in opposition to Sunday worship. Satan's great deception is almost complete. He's used church traditions to replace God's truth, and billions are walking blindly toward eternal loss, believing they are doing God's will. But now you know. God is calling his people out of deception. Revelation 18:4 says, "Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins." Will you follow truth or tradition? Will you stand with God or with a counterfeit system? The Sabbath is not a Jewish relic. It is the final test of loyalty. In the last days, obedience will reveal who truly worships God. Don't fall for Satan's great deception. Sunday worship will lead to eternal loss.